Good morning. You're live. Probably take this stupid thing off. We'll see what's going on with people. Got a bunch of check engine lights on. Not mine, but you know. Oh, get some people in here. It is a cold, chilly morning. Still snowing. Not heavy though. Not heavy. Gotta work on getting a better background. That's what I need to do. But I don't know if anybody come in here. Oh, we're getting some people in. You're north of Springfield. Where are you at, John? So get some people thrown in here. We got our morning coffee with Like Trucking. Oh, get some people in here and we'll talk. I'll show you. This is the road report, John. Mr. Armstrong. I don't know if that's. There you go. That's all orange. I don't know if you guys can see that. Cat wants out. Reality will set in soon. Come on. Watching the cat in the snow. It's like shaking her paws. Oh well. You gotta love cats. They're idiots sometimes. Oh, John, where are you at, man? Where are you at? Are you in North Springfield or north of Springfield? Bandit Jr., what's up? We got Grafton waiting to get out of a truck stop. Good luck, depending on where you're at. Scott SRO. Hey guys, check out Scott's channel. He just put up a video. He's got some good info coming your way in the near future, so go check him out. Thor and Thunder, what's up? Long time no speak. What's up? Thor is nice and warm. Robert Forrest, good morning. Something, how's it going? Rob, what's up? CDN Freight Broker, another person that's trying to help me. He's trying to help the helpless. Jose, what's up? I'm halfway between Toronto and Ottawa, and we are expecting a ton of snow here. I bet. Are you part of that convoy? I have not been keeping up on that because I'm trying to get to the. Oh, you're in Lowry City? Stuck in a little truck stop. Okay, so is that Casey's open now, John? That's a neat little place, man. You'll always find parking there. It was, I forget what brand. It was a Rapid Roberts or something, but they closed it, and it must be 8 o'clock. My phone YouTube notifications are going nuts. It's a good little spot. So that's usually a good halfway point. And back in my Carbolicious days, I would stop there. They used to have a Captain D's. I would get fried fish there. So shut down in Sullivan. Yes, something 44 was looking pretty hairy yesterday around Highway 100. I don't know which mile marker that was. There was a jackknife rig, and 44 was a mess yesterday. So yeah. Are you at the Menards there, or are you at oh, you're probably at the Flying J there. Pam, what's up? Fate Trucking, good morning. I see that you did a morning coffee live yourself yesterday. So, or was it live? Yeah, it was live. It was live. Everybody should take the title Morning Coffee. It's awesome. Pale Rider was one of the first ones to do that. I miss Pale Rider's coffee reviews. Now, it's inevitable when we talk about weather that a Florida person's going to come in and tell us how awesome their lives are. And there it is. There it is. Southern Rider is rubbing it in, right? Matt K, good morning. That Google traffic looks rough. It is, man. From my phone like an idiot. From it goes as far south as let's actually, that's a picture. Let's get the actual Google Maps here. From Austin, Texas. From Austin, that glare. I gotta remember where. From Austin, Texas. Then over there on I-10, around Sheffield, it looks pretty rough too. As far west as Fort Stockton is pretty brutal. Dallas, don't even think about it. If you're in Dallas, just stay home or stay at the truck stop. That stretch of I-35 around Pauls Valley, it's actually closed. See? I want to say that's probably where the Arbuckle Hills are, maybe? Or maybe that's further south. I don't remember. But yeah, Dallas, Oklahoma City, don't even think about it. Tulsa, Weather Nation was doing a live report from Tulsa. It was jacked up there. And then, of course, 44 had a big jackknife. Now, I talked to a broker up in Kansas City. He said that they only got a couple inches, so Kansas City is fairly clear. But, in St. Louis, forget about it. Champaign, Illinois, I-74 and I-57, you're kind of messed up right now too. So, and Arkansas, don't even think about Arkansas. So, but thank you for doing this right now. I'm in Evansville, Indiana, and supposed to get this load to Greenville, Illinois. Hot seat, you're definitely shut down for a minute. That's I mean, so let's look at that. Evansville, Indiana. If I was smarter and could do StreamYard better, I could do that. But yeah, Evansville, dude. I-64, that might be construction, but you're under an ice storm warning there, right there where Evansville is. So yeah, you're gonna stay put if I was you. Yeah. Oh, Jay up at the Lake Station, Indiana is a mess. I bet. I bet. That's I didn't do the convoy because I've been off the road since my accident. Okay, man. Oh yeah, duh. Now I remember. Sometimes I have trouble remembering names to names, Bandit. I'm sorry. I apologize. Morning all. Left PA last night and just arrived in Dalton, Georgia. So excellent, Britt. Excellent. That's how you do it. Isn't that the awesomeness of being able to choose where you go? You know, self-dispatch. Oh, sir, what's up? Good morning. Thanks for your membership. I hope you're doing okay. I hope that Mr. Best doesn't have you in some snow or whatever. Yeah, Casey. Okay, so they've opened it up. Good deal, man. I haven't been to a Casey's truck stop, but the Casey's convenience stores are fairly nice around here. Like the like button. Thank you. I appreciate that. And thank you for your membership there, Cash is King. Good morning, Eddie. Man, Eddie, I've heard you're having a rough time, dude. Tough time, man. I hope Sandman's got you lined out, and I know you got a lot of good people helping you out through this hard time. So, Eddie, my thoughts are with you, man. Draco, good morning. Work from home. First time ever today. Enjoy that, Draco. Enjoy that. It's but here's what I'm doing though. I'm still at some point going to go outside. I'm going to get my hunting insulated boots on and shovel the snow off the sidewalk, off the driveway, start up the vehicles because it's so cold. If you don't start your vehicles when it's this cold every at least 12 hours, you run the risk of them not starting, and maybe get them scraped off. Just let them sit there and warm up. The APU is doing its job. I upped the voltage. The APU had trouble starting yesterday or day before yesterday when I noticed that the APU wasn't running. I'm like, So I got inside the truck and started the truck for a little bit and let it run for about half an hour, and then shut it off and turn the APU on. It was fine. So I adjusted the voltage meter. So when it's this cold, I adjust it to 12.5, I think. When it hits 12.5, then it kicks on. So that makes it kick on every couple hours. And so that keeps everything kind of where it needs to be for a minute. I remember last year at this time when we had that polar vortex, I ran it 36 hours straight. That APU is a champ. So, but enjoy working from home. Tyrannus, what's up? Provost is in. Provost is going to brag about his Florida weather too. Where's the link? We haven't put one up yet there, Mr. Cascade. Maybe we will. I don't want to spend too much time on there, but I got to get through these comments first, and I'm slow. So, -30 in Ontario. Yeah, that's brutal. Our wind chill's like 1 right now. 38 degrees in Phoenix this morning, 29 place at the edge town. Pam, when I lived in Phoenix, that was like deep cold winter for I remember like because you don't go out and buy heavy coats, right? And so when it's like 29, in the desert, you're like, it feels like you might as well be in -1, right? I'm sure the Canadians are laughing at us, right? Big Houston, what's up? Cascade, Houston, the Maine. Yes, this system is huge. So, Georgia boy delivering Florida, but yeah, no complaints. Yeah, you know what? I've got a guy down there, and we're going to keep him down there. Some money is better than no money. Florida to Casa Grande, rare for pumpkin. Wow. Yeah, Sean, I remember. Here's the thing with Casa Grande, though. A friend of mine that recently, he decided to end his life because, after he left Schneider, he was dealing with some depression. But he would call me, and he would say, he was a Schneider finance guy. He was a really hard worker. He was a good driver. And I was hoping that he'd pay off his truck and come over to like trucking. But anyways, he would do those Casa Grande runs, and Schneider would allow him to, because Schneider's had issues with service failures on the shipping side of Casa Grande. So his wife would actually get on the load board for him, and the minute that something popped to go back east, usually to Iowa, she would snag it for him. And that's the best way to get out east from Arizona, because I know guys, Truck for Life, sometimes he's in the chat. He's over at Landstar now with the Schneider Finance truck, but he went out to Phoenix one time to visit family, and it took him 3 days to get out of there. So hopefully if you're doing that run, you have an extra set of eyes to help you get a little back. Didn't mean to take anything from you. No. There's no look. Here's the deal with YouTube, right? Everybody copies everybody. It's fine. I don't consider that a copy. Truckers have coffee. We do it in the morning, and it's fun to go live, right? So I appreciate the super chat, but no worries, man. Absolutely no worries. -11 with a -21 wind chill. On your way to Evansville, Indiana, good luck. Godspeed, my friend. There it is. There's the Florida comment. Oh, man. Tuesday afternoon in Gainesville, Texas was 69 and sunny. I woke up yesterday in Joplin, 22 and freezing rain. What a difference a day makes. Something I've dealt with that, too. There's one time I started in 78-degree weather in Texas, and within 24 hours was up in, I want to say, Illinois, and it was like negative temperatures. And that's why I carry everything from shorts to a big heavy coat at all times in the truck. I've been that guy at Walmart in Lincoln, Nebraska, not Lincoln, but West Nebraska, where they got truck parking, and buying a jacket because I didn't have one on me. Go ahead into Salt Lake late in the year. You guys in your heated jackets, I saw that. Or the awesomeness of a smart load planner. There you go. There you go, Thor. Thank you, Thor. Just raining in Charlotte, but I'm surrounded by nasty weather in all directions other than south. Yeah, you need to go. If you want to do a long one for the weekend and you're staging yourself, look at Alabama, Louisiana, depending on if you need a restart or not. But beyond that, you're going to be in the thick of it. So, for many more coffees, thank you for double checking my route. There you go, hot seat. There you go, man. It's a radar app and Google Maps with live traffic are essential items that makes this job a lot easier, trucking and booking loads, because Google Maps will show you how traffic is flowing. And when you see red and orange and black and dark red, blood red or whatever, that means some major stuff is going on. And and download a police scanner app too. You can get some emergency services. Facebook is a good tool when it comes to weather reports from other drivers across the country. So just like you guys are in this chat, saying, hey, I'm in this and this is what I'm seeing. That it's like the CB, but nationwide. Thanks. We will survive and come out stronger. No surrender. There you go, Eddie. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Tifton, Georgia, heading to Knoxville. I believe that ice is going to be flirting with, if not affecting Nashville, but Knoxville, I wasn't sure. So speaking of Tennessee, there's Tennessee trucking. Jeremy Rice, 70 Columbia, Missouri had both lanes blocked yesterday because of snow. Yep, they had some pileups there as well. Chilling with Eddie, east of Indy. It's probably not good news, but good news, right? There you go, another Florida person, Jose. All right, 70, another Florida guy. Tigers will be in Lakeland soon, signs of spring. Waverly, yes, Waverly. Thank you, Sean. Thank you. So, hit the likes. Thank you, Trucker Weather Report. You just helped me decide what to do. Broker isn't happy, but look, here's the deal. I deal with brokers a lot. Been doing this spot market thing for a while. Landstar as well. It's easy for someone to sit at a computer in their nice, comfy house and sit there and say, "Why aren't you running?" And I'm here to tell you that you can tell the broker, you can tell your dispatcher, you can tell yourself that it's not worth it, right? Now, in the reefer world, you got some perishables on there that might be a little bit more critical. But again, you are still the captain of your ship. That trailer of strawberries is not going to do any good if it's in the ditch, right? If it spoils, it spoils. A truck can't, a truck can be replaced. But, I mean, look, trucks are running 260,000. You don't want to total your truck right now. And I'm serious. I've laid eyes on new trucks for $260,000 for a new 22 680. So you are the captain of your ship. That broker, I don't care if that broker calls you 18 times. Look, I'm at the truck stop. Can't move. Sorry. Don't know what to tell you. Okay. But here's the thing. It's important for you to communicate with them that you are stopped. Once you can give them ETA, give them ETA. That's what separates you from the other drivers is communication. So New Mexico personal training. I'm assuming that's what NM means. Morning. State 511 apps are better than Google Maps. There you go. In each state, most states have their own app as well. I know MoDOT's got a pretty good app. Yeah. Yeah, so a lot of times, sometimes you gotta, yeah, I mean, that would be great, Pam. And I'm sure Google might work on that. And Nashville's in the freezing rain. Not where I wanted to be, but we got to get Eddie home. Good deal. Yes, John, 260. Can a truck be replaced? Maybe, but do you have the right slated value with insurance? Yes. DIY talked about that as well. Virgo Life. I'm telling you, man, they are pricing the small owner operator out of business. Is what's going on with that. You just, those trucks don't cost any more to make than they did 2 years ago. And I get it, supply and demand and all that, but I guarantee you that Schneider's not paying $260 for a truck. It will. It's not. Look, I've never been the guy to say don't ever be an owner operator or anything like that, but I guarantee you that if truck prices, when I got into the game, were at what they are now, I wouldn't have gotten into the game. Too much risk. You can start a brick and mortar store for $100,000, depending on what you're trying to sell. And granted, the cash flow is not as much, but $260K, that's just, I don't know anybody who's going to be able to succeed with that. I don't care how good you are. That is going to be the biggest. It's math time. So let's do some math. Let's say, okay, so 260,000. They're going to want 20% down. Times 0.2. That's $52,000. So take 260 minus 52. It comes out to 208. So now you're financing 208,000. So 208,000 divided by a 5-year note, which is how many months? $60. Math is hard. Divided by 60. Your truck payments are going to be $34.66 for 5 years. Now, first 3 years, you probably do that. It's probably manageable. However, warranty runs out. Truck starts breaking in. You're going to replace things like, after 3 years, you're going to start replacing a lot of things. After 5 years, you're going to start replacing the big stuff. And let's say you're 4.5 years into your note, and you start losing air compressors, turbos, things of that nature. Not to mention the hard running you're going to have to do with that truck to keep your head above water. So that truck's going to be worn out. So by the time that 5 years is up, that truck is worn out, and even the Schneider Finance guys that pay that much they're doing it for 3 years. And then after 3 years, you can lower your payments by getting a refinance. So it's new trucks. Yeah, definitely a big challenge. 2009 Freightliner 700K for 38K. Absolutely nuts. That was a $15,000 truck 2 years ago. 16680, 600,000 miles, 90K. I-75 north, 5 miles for Knoxville, just past exit 72, shut with bad accident fatality, so avoid the area. Wow. They should let you put that 30-year mortgage because you're going to be living in the damn thing. That is true, Cash. That is true. I mean, they do that. They'll do a 15-year note on a boat, or on a not a boat, an RV. You know, I need to add a third truck, and the math doesn't add up because I don't finance for more than 48 months. Yeah. So yeah, let's say you want to do a 3-year note on a truck like that. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Cascade. No math. Make sure you enter it. A lot of banks are offering 7 years now, which is scary. It is, because check this out. So my truck is 8 years old. Okay. Right? Is that right? 2022 minus 2014. Yeah, my truck is 8 years old. Okay. It's got 700,000 miles on it because I don't run a whole lot of miles, obviously. Look at the background. However, on a 7-year note, think about this. This last year, even though I didn't run a whole lot of miles, my truck still cost me over 20 grand for maintenance and repair. That's not including tires. Okay, that's the other thing. You're going to be paying about 5 to 6 grand for a set of tires once every 3 or 4 years, depending on how much you run. And you have, so now you're making that $3,000 a month note on an 8-year-old truck or a 7-year-old truck with all the miles, and you're going to potentially have one or two $20,000 years. That math won't work for you. I don't, and especially if the spot market goes down. You have to be smart. One of the number one rules of business is keep your costs as low as possible. Spend the money when you need to spend it. Like I bought this, awesome computer. I had no problem spending that money because, there are some things that you need to be frugal with and some things you don't. And when it comes to stuff with the trucks, cheap tires, cheap aftermarket parts, can cost you more money in the long run. Recaps. Because that truck will ask for money. It'll either do it nickel and diamond or it will ask for all of it at once. Morning, Charles. What's up? Yeah, Stuart, that is absolutely true. Your truck payment didn't include interest. Oh yeah. Federal Reserve is looking to increase interest rates this year, which will make it harder to afford. That's absolutely true. You're right, Bill. So let's do that math again. So most people are going to get, I think my last truck I got 9%. So let's do so 260 times 0.09. That's an additional 400. So just in finance charges. So $52,000 down, $3,800 a month for 5 to 7 years. No, that ain't gonna happen. If it can, then yeah. So Tolga, what's up? Mr. Best, what is up? Steve, your truck is worth 50, 60K. I know. On a 7-year note, you can lose whatever you save after 4 years. Yep. Take your annual repair cost, divide by 12, and compare that number to a new truck payment. I have, and I would be at a new truck payment, but that's the thing, though. It was for 1 year. So you blow an engine, that's going to be about 60 grand. Put a new crate engine in, and so you divide that by 12. So hopefully when your engine blows, your truck's paid off. Cascade. That's hilarious. I was just talking about the FOMO thing. Look, these rates are good, volumes are good, but they still don't justify spending that kind of money. Six to 9% of commercial credit is about the best you're going to get. Yes, Stuart. I think my original one was 13, and that was with an 800 credit score. And then my second was 9%, and my trailer was 9%. So 5.25 because you're a badass. There you go. Just got back from Florida to get truck, start a new job. Got down there. Truck had a different company name on it. Totally flipped the script on me. Dead IFTA. Check-in's like, wow, that sucks. That is not good at all. So, but all right. Well, let's see if does anybody want to come in and see if I can figure out how to do this. Copy, paste. I don't know if that'll work or not. You could try that. If you know, don't be offended if I don't bring in. Also, I got to know you to bring in, and we got to watch our language and not talk about the tools. You know, tools, or you know, keep curse words down a little bit. So, anyways, there you go. Let's try this. Let's see if that'll work. No echo chambers. Don't tell people that you're better than them. People don't want to hear that crap. So I don't know if that's working or not. So we'll see. Sandman, if you're not driving, there you go. We got. It's still snowing. We're supposed to get a second round tonight. Oh, Cat wants in. I want to say maybe about at least 4 inches. So I haven't been outside yet. I'm going to put my hunting insulated boots on and start doing some scraping. I got to book a load today for one of my drivers, and then do an invoice on that, and then on the one that they'll pick up today, and then the other guy, he doesn't pick up till tomorrow, and I won't have to worry about him for at least 4 or 5 days. So we don't book that far ahead. So there we go. We got Sandman in the house. My camera's a lot more sharper than yours. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? That's the real
I hear
question.
you.
I don't think you can hear me.
Oh, here we go. I don't know if this will work or not. Is it echoey? I'm horrible at the StreamYard. I can hear you now, Sandman. Say something.
What's going on, Steve? What's going
Not much. I had to turn on my speaker. So.
Yeah, let me get my headset on. I'll come back.
Loser. So was it echoey, guys? I didn't hear. Maybe the wife, if she's watching, she can see. Because, you know, everybody else I know does StreamYard. They do the headset thing, and I haven't. I don't know. I have a headset, but I bought this cool Bluetooth headphones, man. They are awesome. Completely noise canceling, man. I can answer the phone. No echo? Okay, good deal, Pam. So once Sandman gets his crap straight, you know, we're good. No echo, good deal. I'm sitting there like, I can't hear him. Like, gee, Steve, how about you turn up the speakers on your fancy new computer? I bought these really cool speakers. I paid like $30 for them. They're nice. So it's cool because I can put on Spotify, and oh man, I said the dreaded evil Spotify word. Don't get me started on the Spotify crap. No echo sounded good. it finally stopped here for now, but may pick back up tonight. We got about 14, 15 inches. Yeah, we didn't get quite that. I know Branson's getting it worse than we are. And there's one place that you definitely don't want to be during an ice/snowstorm is Branson, Missouri. So if you're in Missouri, look, if you're in Missouri other than Kansas City, just stay put. Don't go anywhere. He was way quieter than you, yeah, because I had to turn up the speakers. So if the wife watching, then she could tell me if it's stupid or not, because she's probably watching from her desk. Oh, let's see. A lot of rain. Southern Kentucky. If it carries on, I might have to float out of here. There you go. Sounded fine. Thank you. Look.
It's not stupid. I don't guess. I don't know what you're going for, but
Okay.
it didn't seem any more stupid than usual.
My wife, she's so awesome. Gotta love her. Gotta love her. She puts up with me. If you can find yourself a spouse that puts up with you, keep it. Keep it. Don't sell. All right. Now, how's it going? Now he can't hear you. Can you say something, dweeb? I can't hear you. Can't hear you. He had it right the first time. Oh man, that's funny. He was really quiet there, huh? Nothing witty. You gotta love it. Okay, so let me give you guys a few. I'm not a StreamYard expert, but here's the thing. So if you have one phone and you're watching this on YouTube on your phone, before you click the link, pause it. And depending on how your phone's set up, it's either going to come to your Bluetooth or it's not. Most of the time it won't. You got to give the microphone, the browser that you're using, it's usually going to be Chrome. You got to give it permission to use your mic and camera. So let's add Stuart in here, and we'll add Sandman. What's up, Stuart?
How you doing, guys?
Oh man, you're loud. There you go.
I'm not even on a microphone. I'm just on my phone. The doctor's waiting on the wife. So, but you talk about $260,000 trucks, right? The markets crash, these things get repoed, whatever else. I've never heard anyone. Has anyone ever had something repoed before? Back in my teen days, I bought a car and it got repoed. Well, there's a nice little tax letter you get afterwards. But someone wants to collect on them taxes. It's not only just bad on your credit, you still have a tax bill. I mean, a $20,000 car is one thing. A $260,000 truck, I hate to think what the tax bill is going to be on that.
Well, not only that, but most people don't read the fine print on their purchase agreement. It usually states that if the vehicle gets repoed, they sell it at auction. And so if you sell, let's say you buy a $260,000 truck and it gets repoed and they turn around and sell it, if you owe $240 and they only sell it for $180, you're still
on the hook.
You're on the hook for the balance.
Yeah.
So hey, we can hear Sandman now. So
all right.
And I, one of the best places used to be to look for. I had a friend of mine who had a truck repoed. If you watch the BMO auction site, you can get some good repo deals, but not now. I mean, even the auctions are kind of ridiculous right now. And so when it comes to this truck, paying $90,000 for what a truck that used to cost $40,000, you're still running into the same issue that you just talked about.
Yeah.
And these banks at some point are going to not want to take that hit. Just like the housing bubble burst, they're not going to want to take that hit. So, yeah,
I'm surprised the banks aren't already there. I mean, these bankers, I mean, surely they're wise enough to realize that the rates are temporarily inflated, right?
Mhm.
And equipment is temporarily inflated, and I don't see why the banks are taking such a big risk. I mean, it seems like I mean, would you if you had endless amount of money to give people to invest, would you take that risk? It doesn't seem like a sound, and I don't see why the banks are doing it right now. If that makes sense.
I don't. I think I'm with you. I see those truck prices, but I don't know anybody who's paid that yet. The most I've heard paid was I talked to a driver over at MHC Kenworth in Springfield when my truck was in the shop. He had just purchased a new W9 for like 210. You know, that was like right when inflation started. So
And was that with the extended warranty on it? I mean, like a 5-year warranty, or
we didn't get that deep into the discussion. I just pointed. It's like, did you just buy it? He goes, yeah, it cost me 210. I'm like, damn.
because
So
that's still another. You talk half a million mile warranty on it. That's still another $10,000 extra if you want to add that to the base price to the truck. So
yep.
if you got a look a 5-year note, a 5-year 500,000 mile warranty. If you're only running 100,000 miles a year, okay, you can make it work. But if you're going out on a 7-year note, you're 210 plus another 15 for an extended warranty. It can go upside down real quick, and I think there's a lot of stuff being done in the fine details that people aren't looking at, and I think it's going to come back and bite a lot of people.
Yeah, and the other thing to think about too is people say, well, I've got a warranty. I won't have to worry about repairs for a while. That's all good. But what if you have a death in the family? What if you get sick? What if you have a deer come out and causes you, to be down a month?
Mm-hmm.
That downtime plus that payment plus, and you're only depreciating 3.5, maybe the fourth year on that truck. I mean, I'm sure there's tax strategies to kind of insulate a little bit on that. But for the most part, it's not just the truck itself. I mean, you're going to have to run full on for 7 years. And anybody who's been in the trucking industry for any length of time know that things don't stay the same, whether it be market, freight, conditions, regulations. They don't stay the same for more than 2 or 3 years.
I was going to say a 2 to 3 year cycle is what I'm starting to see. It's generally is what it's doing. But also, this is unprecedented times. We've had stuff happen in this cycle, which isn't. We've gone from a total shutdown to now a crazy labor shortage, and but we're now purchasing more stuff than ever. It seems like banks have got they've pretty much got their pocketbooks wide open, so people are purchasing. I mean, I just went to Lowe's yesterday. I always thought a 2x4 was like $3. It's now like $6 still. And I was like, damn, what? I mean, I knew people said lumber had gone up, but I didn't realize it had gone up that much. And it's crazy. I mean, it's, when they came at me and said, oh, it's going to be $50,000 for an addition, I was like, that sounds ridiculous. And they're saying $20,000 in material. I mean, I was like, no way. And I'm doing the math in my head. And so I was like, I've got to just go to Lowe's and check this out. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe they weren't pulling my chain. Maybe they're, you see the prices of this stuff. I'm just talking about a 2x4 being double the price. I mean, I didn't even look at sheets of plyboard or anything like that. I mean, now it makes sense. But yeah, it doesn't make sense right now for me to do it.
Yeah, wood prices went through the roof. That was one of the first things that inflation hit. And they were calling it, vid shortages or whatever, and then, like, if you're like Jeff's been trying to find people to build a pole barn for him, just to find the people to build and the materials to build with is a challenge right now.
Yeah, it's sort of ridiculous. And I mean, now it's up. When does it come down? I mean, I don't see any trajectory or timeline of it coming down. No, is it just going to suddenly just drop 50% one day? I mean, you hear all these analysts saying, oh, it's, prices are going up, inflation, but you never hear them talk about going the other way. You never hear about it coming down. And that's weird to me, because you'd think you would see that somewhere along the lines, people, even if it was just investment strategists saying, hey, take your money out of this stock, put it here because we see this happening. You never hear that. It's always up, which I find weird.
It's not. It's part of the system. Systems designed for the. I mean, I'm trying to remember his name now. George Carlson had it right. There's a big club and we're not invited, and it's designed to go against us.
Yeah.
Not that's not a conspiracy theory. That's just we don't live in a capitalist country anymore. It's more of a corporatist company, and the mega carrier. You think about the trailer issues that we have. It's because a lot of the Amazons and the Walmart and the mega carriers, they saw the writings on the wall 3 years ago, and put in all their orders, and so they snagged all the trailers up, making it harder for the little guy. So if you want to open your own authority, well, and you don't have a trailer, you're going to do power only. Well, who are you going to do power only for? JB Hunt, Schneider, Amazon, the megas, and so that's all by design. So even the little guy or the little company like trucking or 1 or 2 or 3 truck operation, they still have to rely on the breast of the mega carriers, So
I mean, even a brokerage, or even from a brokerage stamp, I mean, you look at, the amount of loads I pull for Prime, or the amount of loads I pull for, Swift or Warner, or these mega, even TQL, I guess. I mean, they're not a carrier, but they're the big guy, right? And to get in with the, some of these shippers, it's tough. If you're the small guy, it's tough to get in there sometimes. So it just clarifies what you're saying and verifies what you're saying. It is by design, I think, sometimes to the system to be like that.
Yep. Yeah. So I mean, there's a like I know I didn't want to talk about tools, so we'll keep but Freedom Pills. I know that the price of those got ridiculous during the shortage, but they're back down to almost the levels that they were before the bid. So there's a few things that have gone down, but still not 100% of where they were 3 years ago. And a lot of people were predicting this, even with minimum wage going up, and then bigger cities, the minimum wage goes up, like Seattle or whatever, and it costs. That's partially why you're seeing a lot more homeless, is because it's just getting too expensive to live in some of these places like LA, San Francisco, Seattle, New York City. I have a friend of mine that lives up there off of Manhattan, and the price for a shack sized room basically is through the roof.
And that's with a mass exodus as well. I mean, there's a mass exodus coming from these, your New Yorkshire, LAs. There's people leaving by the thousands on a daily basis, and we still see these inflated prices there.
Yeah. So, but anyway, Stuart, thanks for jumping in, man.
No problem. Thanks for having me in here, man.
Everybody check out Stuart's channel. He's got a good channel. He's got some information every now and then. He'll come into Jeff's live feeds and he'll do his thing. And it looks like you're at home, safe and sound, and you're good to go.
I'm not going back out till this weather passes through. I think maybe Monday I might head back out and just watch the old radar, and then hit it hard. But anyway, I'll let you go. I appreciate having me in here, okay?
Yep, no problem, man. Later. Yeah. So with that being said, guys, we're gonna get out of here. I can't spend all day on this computer. I've got stuff to do both inside the office and outside in the cold, thick suck. We'll do a few more minutes. We'll go up to an hour. We're at 48 minutes now. United Health is trying to privatize and corporate healthcare in the UK because of all the success it's had here. Corporatism is in charge for sure. Hot seat, yeah, and look, a lot of, if we can get on a health kick for a minute, the true demics are diabetes, mental illness. A lot more people are dying from that than the vid annually, and cancer, and they make money off of that. They make money off of that. The healthcare system wouldn't have issues it did if everybody wasn't so unhealthy. You have a healthcare system that's designed to profit as much as possible before you die. So those cancer treatments, those statin drugs that you got to buy, the blood pressure medication, the diabetic medication, the insulin, the EpiPens, those it's all by design. They're not designed to heal you. They're designed to keep you sick and to keep you latched on like a drug addict. And that's why it's important to get your health in check, because don't give in to the system. As a trucker who's been in the game for years, drivers can see that it doesn't always stay high. It's a roller coaster. Absolutely, Tennessee. Especially like trucking, 100% of our business is relied on the spot market. So if you're at a mega carrier right now, let's say you're a Snyder IC and you want to come to the spot market, the money's great right now, but you have to know this, okay? You have to know one of the best skills that you will have is how to deal with the volatility of the pendulum swings in the market. Okay, as a mega carrier, you're a little bit insulated from that. As a company driver, you're insulated from that for the most part. I mean, you might lose some benefits. You might have to get your truck governed, whatever. That's what happened in 2009. A lot of companies governed their trucks, when fuel hit $4 a gallon. And, a lot of longevity and safety bonuses went away when the market dropped. But being able to adapt to the volatility, create consistency. So if you're running for the same 3 brokers at a good rate that allows you to make a living and be comfortable, there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to book a load 2 or 3 or 4 days ahead to not deal with the stress and the potential for any drop in a certain market because of weather or conditions or whatever, then and you can live comfortably off that money, by all means do that. Okay, insulate yourself as much as you can with consistency when it comes to the volatility of the spot market, and you'll do just fine. Having a $260,000 new truck does not insulate you from the volatility of the spot market. Having a $40,000-$50,000 trailer, dry man trailer, or $90,000 dry man trailer does not insulate you from the volatility of any market. And even if you got contract freight, how many of you have been on a dedicated? How many people have been on a dedicated or know somebody that's been on a dedicated run that's lasted 5, 6, 8 years? Very few. How many brokers do you have in your pocket that's had the same account for over 5 years? So, and Stuart's right. There's a 3 or 4 year cycle, 2 or 3 to 4 year cycle that I've noticed. Did COVID create an unprecedented situation? Absolutely. What it did, it made us into the lowest I've ever seen it to the highest I've ever seen it. All it did was make that volatility even worse. And so the good part about these truck prices is you don't have a ton of people trying to enter this market as fast as they normally would if everybody can get a $30,000 truck and make money with it. And the government's making that harder too, to go out to your buddy's farm and buy his old cab over and make money in certain areas because of the EPA rules that are coming down the line. So, just know that the volatility is what you have to, deal with. Now, Tennessee, you bring up a good point. Dedicated always gets outbid by another mega. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. I agree with that statement. However, in order to do dedicated, you have to have equipment. And equipment's hard to come by. So if you want to do a drop trailer somewhere, you got to buy, well, hey, I've got 3 trailers. We can drop one at each time and move your loads. Everybody I know, every single person I know that has dedicated customers or customer freight has to have equipment for that freight. You either have to have multiple trucks or multiple trailers or both. And so it's a huge investment. So you go out and buy 5 trailers right now to service a customer, you better be signing a good agreement, because if you're putting all your eggs in one basket is not going to work well for you. I know people that they bought 3 trailers, had a dedicated customer, and after 2 years, they're like, "Hey, sorry, you know, the recession has caused us to shut our doors," or Schneider came in and outbid you, because Schneider's got 50,000 trailers, guys. I don't even know what the numbers are with Swift and Warner and JB Hunt. That's how they win the game. Is they can drop, hey, you know what? We can come in and do this for about 20% less than what you're paying on the spot market, and we could drop 5 trailers so you can load us at your leisure and not pay detention or layover. So there you go. And once you buy your equipment, don't let Old Man Winter take it from you just for the mighty dollar. Absolutely. Absolutely. Contracted freight, they only go so long. Seems like they take turns to let other carriers come in. 1 minute Swift, then it's Warner, other some company. Yeah, I mean, I've literally serviced customers with my Schneider trailer, and then turn around and all of a sudden I don't see those loads on the Schneider board anymore. And next thing you know, I go into a shipper and it's all Swift, it's all Werner, or it's all local company. That happens to have 10 trailers. So, and then drivers to put in the trucks. That's look. I know so many people, including ourselves, that are struggling to find good people that won't bring the insurance down, right? And finding, owning multiple trucks is a challenge in and of itself, because now if you own 3 trucks, now you're dealing with 3 different driver personalities. Now you're dealing with 3 headaches of truck repairs, truck maintenance, making sure that driver's happy, depending on their mindset, their vision, and then how are they going to keep their truck? Are they slobs? Are they clean freaks? Are they going to check, under the hood every day during their pre-trip? Or are they just going to sit there with a coffee in their hand and hope for the best and not even do a walk around? And are they going to, do they have dogs in their truck that are going to mess up the truck? Do they smoke in the truck that's going to affect, future potential drivers? Are they going to run it like crazy because they've got no skin in the game? I mean, there's so many variances, which is why, people ask me, oh, are you going to put someone in your truck? I'm like, no, I will sell the truck first, but I'm not in any position to sell my truck. I'm not in any position to lease it out or to, do a lease purchase on it. I am not in that position whatsoever. I happen to be staying home because of the weather. And at the same time, I'm learning to dispatch 2 trucks and learn a bunch of stuff off the Axis program and off Ascend to help out with things for Jeff. So his life is a little bit easier, and I'm getting paid to do it. So there you go. Dave, what's up, man? You guys in Missouri yet? It's time to move here. This snow's going to be gone in like 3 days. Okay. And then it'll be nice again. See, whereas Minnesota, it'll still be like, polar bears will be at your front door going, hey, man, dude, what's up, man? I need food because it sucks here. So, Fran, I still have dog hair in a crevice of my passenger window from the previous owner of my truck. 8 years later, I can't get it out. And on a hot summer day, there's still a smell of wet dog at times. So it is tough to get out. So anyways, guys, we're almost at an hour. I've got some business to do. I think I've run out of things to say. And, it's been, look, I'm going to say this before I leave, okay? How many people we got in here? 40? Cool. I wasn't even paying attention. I want to put out some negotiating tactics, maybe. I know a lot of people ask about that. People want to know how to negotiate with brokers. Negotiating with brokers is fairly simple. It's having patience. That's your primary tool. And think of it as customer service when doing check calls. What apps do they want you to download? It it could be aggravating to call 20, 30 times on trying to find a load when you're empty. And but if you have some patience and keep yourself in a good market, then you can score. Now, if you're in a bad market, you take what you can get, pick the lesser of two evils, and just go. Swallow your pride, put your ego away, and just go. And protect the profit from the previous load. Because more than likely, if you're in a dead area, it's because you made good money going into there. And don't be afraid to say no. The only time you don't really say no on a load on a price is if it needs to do a specific thing, like get you to the house because something happened at home, or it's your home time, or you got to get out of the house. So like if you live in Miami, you're always taking a hit coming out, but you got to get your week started at some point. So, well, I don't know. He was having issues, then he raised his hand and left. So I'll have to give him a call, see what the heck his problem is. We're heading down this weekend, -13. All right, Dave, let me know and we'll hang out. You can meet the wife and yeah, we'll hang out. And I'll show you some the good areas of the Ozarks. Oh, by the way, the TV show Ozark, or the Netflix series Ozark, man, I'm not going to talk about it, no spoilers, don't worry. But that cliffhanger for part 1 of the season 4, holy moly, that was great. And by the way, I don't think the real Ozarks has a true heroin problem. I could be wrong, but it's not like that. So I can ask my friends. I got friends up there. So anyways, guys, if you're at the truck stop, check your weather, check your road reports. If the brokers or your dispatcher calls you, tell you that you need to roll, tell them to kiss off. You're not jackknifing that truck, because you cannot replace equipment right now without a huge cost. So with that being said, update your insurance. Keep an eye on the roads. Any port in a storm, make sure you got plenty of food and water in your truck. Just in case you get, you could be behind a jackknife truck on I-44 for 2 or 3 days. So, or at least 24 hours before they get it cleared out. So always have food and water in the truck at all times so you can survive. Even if it's a cold can of whatever. Even if you can't cook in the truck. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Be safe, be profitable, be good, rise above it all. That's it. I had a different saying, but I've forgotten it. So peace.